વિદ્યાર્થી મિત્રો, લક્ષ સ્કૂલ ઓફ સાયન્સ બમણમાં ઓનમાં ફરી એકવાર આપણું સ્વાગત છે. આજે આપણે થોડીક સ્કૂલની યાદ કરીશું. ઘણા દિવસ થઈ ગયા સ્કૂલ જોઈને. આપણો ઓનલાઈન અભ્યાસ ચાલી રહ્યો છે. આપણી સ્કૂલની માટીની સુગંધને અહીં આપણે જોઈશું તો મજા આવી જાય. તો ચાલો સ્કૂલની ઝલક જોઈએ. આપણું સ્કૂલનું આ સિમ્બોલ, આપણી આ સ્કૂલનું બાહ્ય દેખાવ કેટલો સુંદર છે. જો ભારત માતા સાથે આ આપણું એન્ટરન્સ. અહીંથી તમે અંદર સ્કૂલમાં વારંવાર જાઓ છો અને યાદ આવતી હશે બધી. કેટલું સુંદર અહીં લાગી રહ્યું છે. આ આપણે હોલમાં બેસીને પ્રાર્થના કરીએ છીએ, ભેગા થયા છે, મિટિંગો યાદ આવે છે કશું? હાલના શબ્દો નિલેશભાઈ આપણા વાતો બધી તો બધું મિસ કરી રહ્યા છે. તો થોડુંક આજે આપણે એને દિલથી યાદ કરી લઈએ એવી ઈચ્છા થઈ. જાત જાતની એક્ટિવિટીઓ આપણે કરીએ છીએ. આ બધું ખૂબ જ યાદ આવતું હશે. પ્રવાસો, હવે તો આ વર્ષે ભૂલી જવાનું છે આ બધું. રમતો, સ્કૂલને આ રીતે આપણે યાદ કરીએ અને પછી ભણીએ તો મજા આવશે. આપણે So, welcome in Lux School of Science, and today we are going to talk about the halogen compounds, which are the interesting. Okay, so dear students, in this case, compounds containing more than one halogen is the polyhalogen compound. So, dear students, polyhalogen, the compounds which are having more halogen than one. For example, here I am CH2, then CH, then CH2. Okay, so here I am going to add here Cl, here and here Cl, then this will be the polyhalogen compound. Okay, so this is known as polyhalogen compound. The name of this, so name of this will be 1,2,3 trichloropropan. And then this very interesting to talk. Why? Because see, single halogen can do lots of things. So my question to you, if number of halogen will increase, then what it will do? So it will do more interesting thing than anything. So that we are going to talk about. Will do more interesting thing is, which more interesting thing it can do. So let's study. Many of these compounds are useful in industries and agriculture. Some polyhalogen compounds are described in the sections. So this can use so many way. So one way is in agriculture, especially for as a insecticides, as a germicides, that, and also we can use them in industries. For example, freons are the category in which the it's good smelling. So in some kinds of spray, perfume can be made from this. So this is most interesting thing to talk. Use is of polyhalogen compound afterwards. Okay, so first we are going to talk about dichloromethane, that is the methane. So what will be the formula of dichloroethane? That I am going to show you the formula of dichloroethane. Dichloromethane. So see how the formula will be developed. See, check out this. This is our CH4 is nothing but the methane. Okay, in this case, one hydrogen is substituted by Cl, that's chloromethane. Agar another two hydrogens will be substituted by the Cl, then this is known as dichloromethane or methylene chloride. So this is the formula of dichloromethane. Is widely used in solvent as a paint. તો ઘરે જ્યારે પેન્ટ લગાડેલો હોય, જ્યારે આપણે તમે બારણા ને એ બધું બનાવતા હોય ત્યારે એક પેન્ટ પહેલા લગાવે તેને આપણે ટર્પેન્ટાઇન કે નેલ પોલિશ રિમૂવર કહીએ, દેટ ઇઝ નોન એઝ ધીસ સોલ્વન્ટ. ઓકે, તો એ પેન્ટને સોલ્વન્ટમાં મસ્ત સ્મેલ આવતી હોય, તમે ઘરમાં એન્ટર થાવ તો કોઈને એ સ્મેલ બહુ ગમે, કોઈને નહીં ગમતી હોય, that is the different talk, but this generally this is interesting. Okay, so dichloromethane is widely used as a solvent in a paint remover, as a propellant in aerosol. In aerosol, it is also known as propellant, that I talk about the perfume, and as a process solvent in the manufacture of drugs બનાવવામાં. Drugs means here that kind of drugs, it is drugs means, dear students, drugs meanings the dawa, okay, medicines. Okay, so it is also used as a metal cleaning and finishing solvent. Okay, so metal cleaning means કોર્નરના ઉપર ના અંદર કંઈક લાગી ગયેલું હોય, કોર્નર હોય એમાં, એને ક્લીન કરવા માટે આ વપરાય છે. અને કોઈ જગ્યા ઉપર જ્યારે મેટલને નવું નવું બનાવવામાં આવે તો એના સરફેસ ઉપર એકદમ રફ સરફેસ હોય, એ રફ સરફેસને સ્મૂથ બનાવવા માટે this will be used. That is the talk. Okay, next one, methylene chloride harms the human central nervous system. This is the harmful thing for human, that it can impact onto the our nervous system, central nervous system, and that's why we have to do lot for precaution. Okay, exposure to lower levels of methylene chloride air can lead to slightly impaired hearing and vision. So if it is spreaded over in air, so we are not to hear properly, we are not able to vision, to see that properly, so problem. Higher levels of methylene chloride in air cause dizziness. સવાલ જ નથી, because જો દેખાતું બની થોડા લેવલમાં, તો હાયર લેવલ હોય તો ડિઝીનેસ, નોસિયા, then tingling and numbness in the fingers. So numbness in the finger, આપણા આંગળા ખેંચાવા લાગે, ટોયસના એ ખેંચાવા લાગે, so that is the impact of this. In humans, direct skin contact with the methylene chloride cause intense burning and mild readiness of the skin. Direct contact with the eyes can burn the cornea. So this is the most preventive and most important thing, that don't play kind of this. It is a good thing, but always you have to take precaution. So in science we will see that we have some benefit also and some lack also. So here dichloromethane is industrial material many time, but it has some kind of bad thing also, so that will be also we have to keep in mind. And now we are moving into the trichloromethane, that is the chloroform. In chloroform, suppose ke one another H is displaced by chlorine, then this condition will be arise, and this condition that is known as actually methylene trichloride, in short chloroform, and IUPAC its name is trichloromethane. So chemically chloroform is employed as a solvent fats, alkaloids, iodine and other substance. So it is also one kind of solvent. See, polyhalogen we having as a solvent. First we have seen solvent for the paint, now this is solvent for the fats, alkaloids and iodine. Okay, the major use of the chloroform today is in the production of the Freon refrigerator R20T. I told you, okay, Freon polyhalogen compounds, and that will be make different in our life, but dangerous. Chloroform is used to make the refrigerator element Freon R22. Underline this. This is going to ask examination. Okay, so please underline this. This is the important thing. I hope that okay, you will confirm this examination, and you will get the so many things in tech. It was one used as a general anesthetic surgery, but has been replaced by less toxic, safer anesthetics such as ether. Now, when chloroform words comes in your mind, it is come that it is that smelling you that you will see in the film and that all, કે કોઈને બેહોશ કરવાનો હોય તો આપણે તેને સુંગાડી દઈએ અને બેહોશ થઈ જાય. Actually this is that anesthesia agent in the medicine history, but now today it is not. Because see, this chloroform, suppose it is taken overdosely, it is not maintained, then it may lay the coma also. So this is very dangerous thing. Don't play with ever it, because it is the arbitrary and so many people used to bundle it. So that is not good idea, I think, because this is not a severe sorry general thing. It is a very severe thing and very harassing. So please depend remind this thing and behave like that. So it was once used as a general anesthetic in surgery, but has been replaced by less toxic sulfur and anesthetics such as ether. So is replaced by ether. That will be the talking points of the day. Okay, so this is important. As might be expected from its use as anesthetics, inhaling chloroform vapors depress the central nervous system. Okay, breathing about 100 parts of the chloroform per million parts of air for short time can cause dizziness, fatigue and headache. આ એઝ એ એનેસ્થેસિયા લઈ પછી જ્યારે એ ક્લોરોફોર્મની અસર ઉતરી જાય and when we came back into the sense time we are very fatigued, headache, it's lots of things, and it is not so normal to come out from this dose, and that's why it is also one the reason that chloroform is not appropriate for the our conscience that anesthesia purpose in the medical science during the operation. Chloroform chronic chloroform expose may cause damage of the liver. Come na? Where chloroform metabolized to phosgene. So phosgene is metabolized out, and that's why this is also a very important type. And to the kidney, and some people develop sores when the skin is immersed in the chloroform. Chloroform is slowly oxidized by air in the presence of light extremely poisonous gas carbonyl chloride, also known as phosgene. So remember this phosgene. Phosgene is carbonyl chloride, and it is developed during the contact of air or by the chloroform. So chloroform is not so safer. So please mind it that we can't use chloroform in very easy manner. Okay, so that you have to think the chloroform is not so. So we were talking about the chloroform. Okay, so these chloroforms points you have talked about. Now, so many problems are there with chloroform. So remind that chloroform is slowly oxidized by air in presence of a light to extremely poisonous gas carbonyl chloride, also known as phosgene. It is therefore stored in a closed dark colored uh, bottles completely filled so that air is kept out. So chloroform in presence of oxygen and light, it may develop the COCl2, that is known as phosgene. So this is the phosgene, and now we are going to talk more chemicals of methane. First one was methane. Methane is reacted with chlorine, then another chlorine will enter and CH2Cl2, that is the methylene dichloride or dichloromethane. Another chlorine enter, and this has given this thing. But if another chlorine is going to enter in this, then what we will get? Then we will get Cl4, that is the carbon tetrachloride. Okay, this is also in Q. But before to study that, I have to study another one form, that is the iodoform. I love chloroform, CHCl3. Chloroform, CHCl3 is the formula of chloroform. So now my talking you is what should be the formula of then the iodoform. Yes, correct. CHI3. CHI3 is the formula of iodoform. It is very correct. Okay. So let's study first triiodomethane, that is iodoform. in our general talking. So iodoform will be taken up. Okay, so it was used earlier as an antiseptic, but antiseptic protein properties are due to the liberation of free iodine and not due to the iodoform itself. Due to its smell, it has repulsion. Okay, so this will be stopped. So now you know about the iodoform, but the it is polyhalogen carbo, and especially if we talk about this, then the iodoform was initially used as the antiseptic. Okay, it is not used as antiseptic because of its it is replaced by other formulations containing the iodine was used as an antiseptic due to the not iodoform, but by the reactions of productions of iodine now not used as that. Okay, હજુ એક આપણે ફેરફાર જોઈ લઈએ. So now we will talk about the another thing, and that is it is produce tetrachloromethane, that is carbon tetrachloride. I have written lastly. Okay, so it is produced in large quantities for use in the manufacture of and propellant for aerosol cans. Dear students, it is produced in large quantity for the use of in the manufacture of refrigeration. So carbon tetrachloride is refrigerating agent and propellants for the aerosol. So it is also very important to talk about the carbon tetrachloride. Okay, it is also used as a feedstock in the synthesis of chlorofluorocarbons. These are known as also freons. So in the production of chlorofluorocarbons, these are also very important to talk. Okay, so chlorofluorocarbons and other chemicals, pharmaceutical manufacturing, and as well as in pharmaceutical industries, it is also very important. So carbon tetrachloride is very important material in our life. Okay, okay. Now why this is very important? So until the mid 1960, it was also widely used as a cleaning, both in industries as a detergent agent, at in the home as a spot remover and as a fire extinguisher. So see, tetrachloride is like sulfuric acid. It has so many use. There is some evidence that exposure to carbon tetrachloride causes liver cancer in humans. So this is the talk of the day. Carbon tetrachloride leads liver cancer in humans. The most common effects are dizzying, lightheadedness, nauseousness, and vomiting, which can cause permanent damage to nerve cells. So this is another dangerous part of the carbon tetrachloride. In severe case, effects can lead rapidly to stupor, coma, unconsciousness, or most one the last. So death is also the important thing that may caused by the carbon tetrachloride, tetrachloromethane. In severe case, it is very dangerous. Exposure to CCl4 can make the heartbeat irregular or stop. The chemical may irritate in the eyes on contact when carbon tetrachloride is replaced into the air. It rises to atmosphere and duplicates ozone layers. depletion of the ozone layer is very dangerous thing, dear students. So this is also point to be remember, that depletion of ozone layers is a very important part. Okay, ozone layers is believed to increase human exposure to ultraviolet rays, leading to increased skin cancer, eye disease, and disorders, and possible disruptions of the immune system. This is not topic of carbon tetrachloride. This what is written lastly is not for carbon tetrachloride. The lastly written are for the depletion of ozone layer. So depletion of ozone layers may cause skin cancer, eye disease, disorders, and possible disruptions of the immunity system. So that's all you have to remember for carbon tetrachloride. So carbon tetrachloride widely useful, at a time it is also very dangerous thing. So that is the talk of the day about talk of the topic of the day, we can say. So remember this very nicely. Now as usual we are going to study further, and that is freons, and then after DDT. Okay, dichloro. The chlorofluorocarbon compounds of methane and ethane are collectively known as freons. They are extremely stable, unreactive, non-toxic, non-corrosive, and easily liquefiable gas. જો કેટલા બેનિફિટ્સ છે ફ્રીઓન્સના? ક્લોરોફ્લોરોકાર્બન, કાર્બન, ક્લોરીન અને ફ્લોરીન. કાર્બન વન ટાઈમ, કાર્બનને 4 બોન્ડ જોઈએ તો Cl2 and 2 are given by F2. CCl2F2 is the formula of carbon chlorofluorocarbon. Okay, so that is known as freon 12. એને આપણે કયા નામથી જાણીશું? So freon 12 is CCl2F2. So very simple. What is freons? The chlorofluors of methane and ethane are collectively known as freons. They are extremely stable, unreactive, non-toxic, non-corrosive, and easy liquefiable gas. But why we are not using this? Freons are banned. આટલું બધું સારું હોય તો. Okay, remember this is the one point. So freon 12 is one of the most common freons in industry use. It is manufactured from the tetrachloromethane by Schwarz reaction. So remember this Schwarz reaction. Schwarz reaction is a will also come, but Schwarz reactions will give you the tetrachloromethane chlorofluorocarbon. Okay, freon 12. So બહુ easily પૂછાય છે, by which method freon 12 is prepared? So by which method freon 12 is prepared? So method of Schwarz. Okay, they usually produce for aerosol propellants, refrigerator, and air conditioning purpose. So air condition માં ને આ બધામાં એ બધા યુઝ થાય. By 1974 ની વાત છે. Total freon production in the world was about 2 billion pounds annually. 2 billion pound total production was there in 1974. Most freon used in the refrigeration eventually makes its way into the atmosphere, which it diffuses unchanged into the stratosphere. ઉપર જાય છે, સ્ટ્રેટોસ્ફિયર સુધી જાય છે, પણ એ લોકો બદલાતા નથી, અનચેન્જ રહે છે. Okay, in stratosphere is able to initiate radical chain reaction that can up natural ozone balance. And now this is the reason why we are not using the freons as a refrigeration purpose. બધી રીતે સારા છે, but the difficulty with the freon was it can react with the most important ozone layer, and is not bearable. Okay, so a bearable વસ્તુ નથી. So that thing is the important. So now we are going for the further thing. So I had freons, you understand? Now the DDT, the first chlorinated organic insecticides, was only prepared in 1873, but it was not until 1939 that Paul Miller of Berry Pharmaceuticals in Switzerland discovered that the effective DDT as an insectis- insecticides. Paul Muller was awarded the Nobel Prize in the Medicine and Physiology in 1948 for the discovery. The use of DDT increased enormously on the worldwide basis after the World War II, primarily because of its effectiveness against the most that spread malaria and lice that carry typhus. શું કહું તમારું ડીડીટી વિશે? 1873માં ડીડીટી ડિસ્કવર થઈ ગયું, પણ 39 સુધી એના યુઝ ખબર ન હતા. 1939માં પોલ મુલરે એના યુઝ બતાવ્યા કે એ કોના જેવું છે, ઇન્સેક્ટિસાઇડ્સ તરીકે. વર્લ્ડ વોર 2 પછી ઇન્સેક્ટિસાઇડ્સ તરીકે એનો ગાંડા જેવો યુઝ થયો, બીકોઝ એ મેલેરિયાના મચ્છરને મારતો હતો. ઓકે, જૂ મારી નાખતો હતો, જે અમુક ટાઈપના ખોડા જેવા રોગ લઈને આવતો હતો આપણા માથામાં. So that's why it was very useful. However, prior to extensive use of DDT began to appear in the late 1940s. Many species of insect develop resistance. બહુ ખતરનાક મચ્છર હોય. મચ્છર જેટલી કેપેસિટી આપણી મળે જ નહીં. મચ્છર 2 દિવસમાં એના અંદર લાવી શકે છે. That is the greatness. And it was also discovered to have a highly toxic toward fish. The chemical stability of DDT and its fat solubility compounds the problem. Fat solubility compound is very problem because it impact the DNA of feces as well as the cell of the eggs of the birds, and that's why so many in food chain the vulture, these are going to disappear today due to that reason of the DDT. So DDT is dangerous. So DDT and its fat solubility compound are the problem. Now DDT is also not metabolized very rapidly by the animals. Instead, it is deposited stored in the fatty tissues. હવે જો ફોર એક્ઝામ્પલ એક ઇન્સેક્ટ 5 ઇન્સેક્ટે DDT ખાઈને મરી ગયા. એ 5 ઇન્સેક્ટને એક રેટે ખાધો. ઓકે, એવા 2 રેટ એક સ્નેક ખાઈ ગયો. તો 5 ઇન્સેક્ટની અંદર સમજો કે 1 મિલીગ્રામ ઇન્સેક્ટિસાઇડ ગયું હોય. 1 મિલીગ્રામની વાત કરું છું. તો 5 મિલીગ્રામ, એ 5 મિલીગ્રામ શામાં સ્ટોર થઈ ગયું? એક રેટમાં. હવે એવા 2 રેટ એક સ્નેકે ખાધા, તો એ 2 રેટના સ્નેકના લીધે શું થયું? 10 મિલીગ્રામ કોનામાં જતું? એક સ્નેકમાં. હવે એક સ્નેક્સને આવી રીતે એવા 2 સ્નેક્સ સપોઝ કે એક ઈગલ ખાઈ ગયું, તો ઈગલમાં કેટલું જતું રહ્યું? 20 મિલીગ્રામ. બીકોઝ મેટાબોલિઝમ રેપિડલી થતું નથી અને એ કોનામાં ફેટી ટિશ્યુઝની અંદર એ ડિપોઝિટ રહે છે. એટલે જે ઇન્સેક્ટિસાઇડ 1 મિલીગ્રામ મારી નાખે છે તે કોની અંદર? તો હોક્સની અંદર તે, યા તો પછી ની અંદર તે, ઈગલની અંદર એ 20 મિલીગ્રામમાં જતું રહે છે. And that is the dangerous thing. So if ingestions continues at a steady rate, DDT builds up within the animal over time. The use of DDT is banned by the United States of Nation in 1973, although it is still used in some other worlds like India. Okay, so this is the compositions of DDT. DDT ની અંદર એનું નામ શું છે? યાદ રાખજો, પેરા ડાયક્લોરોફિનાઇલ. ડાયક્લોરોફિનાઇલ છે, તો this is નાઇલ, this is one, this is તો ડાયક્લોરો. ઓકે, ડાયક્લોરોફિનાઇલ ટ્રાયક્લોરોઇથેન. એક કાર્બન અને આ બીજો કાર્બન ટ્રાયક્લોરોઇથેન છે. તો DDT full name is dichlorodiphenoyl trichloroethane. So with this we are ending this video. I hope that these use get. Now the rest remaining thing are chemical reaction, and that we will study on the board. Have a good day.